Hey guys, today we are going to be making a vanilla cake. I learned this from a girl who, her YouTube channel or whatever, her titles usually Lovely Lady Cakes, and I learned this from her, and it is an amazing ingredients. Okay, these are all the ingredients. You will need 1 egg, 4 tablespoons butter, 3/4 cup sugar, 1 1/2 cup flour, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of milk, 1/2 teaspoon vanilla, and that's it. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to get my 2 bowls. Let me make it so you guys can see this better. I'm going to get my egg out. All you need is 1 egg. I'm going to get that out real quick. Okay. So take this egg. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this big bowl. What you do, crack it right in half and separate the egg yolk and the egg white from the egg white, because we're going to have to stir our egg yolks. Just keep doing that, and then put your egg yolk in a separate bowl and throw away the shell. I always keep my paper towels handy. I have one that I keep on the side just in case I have a spoon that is dirty. If there are little white things, just leave them, because that's going to actually help us more. Oh, and the things that the utensils that I use today, you can use any baking pan. So you guys can see this. You can use any baking pan. Yeah, any baking pan, sorry. I recommend you use this. It can be round. Okay, thing can be rounded, anything. Oh, first thing, scissors. The paper, I recommend it. 1, 2, 3, 4 bowls. I recommend a tiny bowl, 2 medium-sized bowls, and 1 big bowl. Oh, and then your huge bowl for mixing, this one, right here. And mitts. You don't have to have these, but if you don't want to get burned, you should. Your measuring thing. My measuring cup is dirty, so I'm just going to use this for everything, for measuring everything. A little whisk, any type of whisk, could be electric, anything. And then your spatula folder thingy. Yeah. And I'm also using this just to plop my cake pan on so that it doesn't, but that's just what I do. You don't have to do that. Okay. Now the first thing that we want to do, even if you already cracked your yolk, like if you're doing this with me, it's fine. Okay. So first thing that you want to do is preheat your oven for 350, just so that you can have it ready. Preheat it for, sorry. Oh, I didn't even know what I was doing there, and it's my own house. Okay, so preheat it for 350. I have it on 350 and it's heating. Okay. So we're just going to turn this back around. Okay, so our egg yolks, we are going to set these aside. Set them aside somewhere. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to get our butter. 4 teaspoons of it. So get our butter out. I recommend unsalted butter, but I don't know if I'm using unsalted right now. I'm pretty sure I am. But it doesn't really matter. Just if you do have unsalted, I recommend it, but if you do have salted, it'll just bring the ingredients together more, but I'd recommend unsalted. I need to get my tablespoon. Okay. I am sorry, I had to wash it out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, you could use a stick of butter, that's easier, but I'm just going to take my butter, ring it along the side so that it's nice. Take your folder, or you can actually like pack it in there and then flatten it out perfectly. So we're going to need 1 tablespoon, flop it in there, make it go to the bottom. Fold it in there. It's easier for me if I just do this. Fold it in, scrape it off, and put in 2. I'm using a way too big of a bowl, but that's okay. Okay, I have a piece of paper, and it's how I remember most of my ingredients whenever I forget. And yeah, because I haven't memorized it yet, but I will memorize it. And whoops. Just swap that in there. If you have some on the side, you can add that too. It doesn't really matter. Okay. 3, and this is my last one. Get as much as you can. Oh. Okay. Wipe off. Okay. There we go. Oh. Okay. And wipe off. There. And scrape in. Make sure you get everything. And I just remembered that I'm going to need my teaspoon in a minute, so I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so now I'm just going to close my butter and put it away. I just like to keep a tidy area, and yeah, so right now I'm just going to cream my butter. You could use your KitchenAid. That'd probably be easier. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit more butter to this. Not just 4 tablespoons, but I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going to add 1 more, half of 1. Okay. It just didn't look right to me. Now maybe I'll add a little, maybe just a bit more. Okay. So, when I get my milk, that's when I'll put my butter back. So, I'm just scraping it to the side. Sorry, I should do it this way. Scraping it to the side. And just creaming it till it's nice and creamy. I recommend room temperature butter, but mine was just in the fridge, so it's fine. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add 3/4 cup of sugar. Let me go get my measuring cup. I have to clean it out real quick. The reason why it's not taking me as long to clean it is because I'm using hot water. And dry it off real quick. Okay. I'm using hot water, and hot water just makes it flow right off. It kills most of the germs, and then germs is what keeps it on. And bacteria. Okay. So we're just gonna put that in the middle of our bowl, our cream butter, and I'm gonna put my butter away right now. And I'm gonna pour in my sugar. I'm gonna pour in 3/4 cup. Oh, it's gonna take forever. About right, but it's not quite. Almost perfect, but we just need a little bit more. There we go. Okay. I'm going to fill this up while I'm at it. I always sleep afterwards. I always do. If I don't, I go crazy. I'm thinking about it all day. But I just wipe it on the floor because I sleep every single time. And if I don't, I freak out and go crazy, and then I go and I'm crazy cleaning spree when I get home because I didn't do that one thing. Okay. Oh, whoops, I almost dropped it. Oh, I dropped it on the counter behind the thing. And I'm just going to cream this together. Okay, stir it up together. Okay, so it always looks like, to me, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't add enough butter, so it's not going to turn out good. Which it will, as long as you just, like, mash most of it in and bring it down when you go in, and then it'll be perfect. And plus, you're going to add some more ingredients anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you guys ahead what we're going to do. So, after I stir this all up, I'm just going to get that little spot. We are going to get a paper towel, wipe this down with it. Okay. Clean it off. And we're going to set our ingredients aside. As I'm cleaning this off, I'm going to tell you guys. So we're going to set this aside. Okay, sorry, I made a little cappuccino. And it was just calling my name. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get a separate bowl. The big bowl. Okay. We're going to get the big bowl. And we are going to mix. Oh, forgot something. On this, on our big thing, I'm not setting it aside yet. We are adding in our egg yolk. Only the yolk, not the white. Okay? So, I'm going to re-stir this. And actually, I'm just going to, okay. So just stir it in. And the reason why we separated it is because we have to stir in our other yolks and make them that big paste. And it's just, you'll see, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll see. Because I don't really even know what I'm talking about. So we're just going to clean that off again just in case we need it for something else. I don't want it dirty. Okay. Just clean up. Okay. So we're going to set this right here. I'm going to fold this up just in case for next time. We're going to set this aside. So we're going to get our bowl. And we are going to mix in 1 1/2 cups of flour. Let me get the flour. I would recommend you would use cake flour, but for this one, I didn't buy cake flour. No see me. And so I can't do that. But I'd recommend you would use that because it makes it sweeter and better, and That's what the girl used on there, and it does make it sweeter. I've used it before. I just didn't buy any. Shame on me. And my kids used it all. Because they watch a bunch of YouTube videos, just like I do, on cooking, and then they get tempted to cook. So that's what I did. Get some old just a little bit more. Okay, we're going to sip this.